Michael Conlan is back with a bang as he defeats Jack Bateson in the 4th round via knockout. And good performance there from Michael Conlan. Solid performance from him there. Switching stances a lot, which was interesting to see. An interesting performance. A decent win for him. Jack Bateson's definitely not a bad name to have on the resume at all, to be honest. A good comeback fight for him, and he's now ready for a decent fight next. I mean, there's many names that you can chuck in there for him, which I will get to. But yeah, overall from Conlan, definitely better in the southpaw stance. I feel like he was very good behind his lead hand, occupying Jack Bateson's very nicely with that southpaw lead hand. Very, the most important weapon for Michael Conlan today was that lead hand in that southpaw stance. I always find it weird why he does like to switch. As a southpaw, as a natural southpaw, I don't understand why you'd switch stances. That's what I don't understand. If you're an orthodox, I understand why you'd switch in between. But as a southpaw, I don't, because you've got the advantage anyway, and Conlan thrives as a southpaw. It was that lead hand and that straight following behind it. They were the key shots for Conlan tonight. Going downstairs to the body with that jab, that was good to see from Michael Conlan. I thought the first round was fairly competitive. I thought Bateson was all right, got some success towards the end of the round, tagging Conlan on the chin a bit, but Conlan was always able to come back with a decent counter here and there, and that's what kind of happened with the knockdown as well in that 3rd round. We saw, both guys throwing. Conlan was caught on the chin by Jack Bateson, and it was a good shot that Jack Bateson landed on him as well, actually, and he was catching Conlan flush a few times from Bateson, and that is something which I feel like a lot of people don't see much in Conlan is his defense, but again, the offense of his is very strong. He's very quick. But yeah, it was a nice counter as he was getting hit, as he did get hit though, Conlan. He's always quick with those counters as he's getting hit. And it's basically, Conlan, he's, a good example of, the best defense is offense. That is what Michael Conlan shows all the time in his fights. And that is what he did show tonight against Jack Bateson. I feel like there was a lot that was good to see. The counters were good tonight from Michael Conlan. Then I thought the knockout was fantastic. Lined it up very well behind the lead hand. Switched back to southpaw. Got that left hand in. And there we go. That was all she wrote. Michael Conlan getting a knockout in the 4th round. Screaming, I'm back at the end. And that's what we wanted to see. That's what you want to see. A proper good knockout, and Michael Conlan needed that. He needed a statement tonight. If he wanted some bragging rights, he had to get a statement win, and that's exactly what he got tonight. And look, I think that's definitely the more entertaining thing. I mean, look, if Conlan had lost that fight, I'd be honest saying, "Oh, he's absolutely finished. That's it. Expose all that." But I feel like tonight, Michael Conlan showed he's got that bit more in him. He can fight the Josh Warringtons, for example. I feel like that's definitely the fight that should happen next. I mean, I predict Wright was playing at the end. Possible signs that we are going to be able to get that fight. That should be good. I wouldn't mind seeing like Michael Conlan versus Liam Davis or something like that. I reckon that could be a fun fight. Davis would probably beat him, though. It'll be a bit of a risk for Conlan taking. I feel like Warrington is definitely the one that makes more sense. I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Lee Wood in a rematch. Obviously, he'd had to go up to super featherweight for that. I don't think that's much of an issue for Conlan. I feel like I saw quite a few people actually saying that he was pretty drained going into this fight, Conlan. So we could see a potential move up to super featherweight, and I wouldn't mind that at all. A rematch with Lee Wood. Wood's coming off a loss. Conlan trying to rebuild again. So yeah, it's that would definitely be interesting. Definitely. But yeah, I mean, Conlan, he's got that fan base behind him where he's, let's be honest, he's a big character. He's a big character. And I think the featherweight division, super featherweight division, whatever he does next, it's best that he won. It's best for boxing that he did win the fight. I feel like he's the kind of character that we do need in the sport, definitely. He's always had big nights, Michael Conlan. Always had big nights. Win or lose, he's got a fantastic fan base behind him. And yeah, the scenes when he got that knockout, fantastic stuff. Honestly, it was very good. A very good, well set up one-shot knockout. It was very good. from Michael Conlan. And it looked like there was a bit of an issue with the knee of Jack Bateson as he was getting up. But yeah, he was absolutely finished. It was a real good punch. And you could tell after the knockdown in that third round that Bateson looked pretty shaken up. Conlan was catching him. I mean, people might say, oh, yeah, he was looking all right. But I feel like he was very jittery, very uncertain of what was going to come back from Conlan. There was a lot of good unpredictability in those counters, as I keep mentioning. But yeah, the speed of Conlan looked very good tonight. It looked very good tonight, that speed. That's just that natural speed of Michael Conlan. It was always keeping Bateson on his toes, keeping very confused. That's what Conlan was able to do. Conlan was jittery, nice and jittery with feints in a good way. It was good to see from Michael Conlan. Very confusing, very awkward tonight. And yeah, you could say, the change in stances was, putting Bateson off a bit, but I didn't really see the need for them. But again, what do I bloody know? But yeah, there we go. Good win there for Michael Conlan. As I said, Warrington's probably the fight we want to see next. Again, I wouldn't mind the rematch with Lee Woods. Wouldn't mind that at all. Liam Davis could be on the table, but I'm not sure that ends well for Conlan, though. But yeah, I think they're 3 fights which could make sense and I do ideally want to see. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be interesting. I mean, you never know. Shabazz Masood, that could be on the table for Conlan at some point. Let's wait and see. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this one up here. Michael Conlan is back. Anyway, thanks for watching.